This is the Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So I'm going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first, we're going to take a look here at Apple and Microsoft. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell, stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Apple daily chart, Microsoft daily chart. And basically, they look like the same chart. Okay, so let's just take a look here at Apple. This is a daily. Okay, so let's just take a little peek, see what's going on here. Okay, so here's what we got. Okay, so we can see here, yesterday we put down in a low, we put a bottoming tail candle in, and now we're back above this key 100 SMA here. That's always very good. Now, again, your 8-day crossed over, and that's always never good until it rolls back up here again. But again, let's just take a look. Okay, so what today's high was, we had 255.59. Yesterday we had a high of 225.70, so you're right there. Now, your big resistance is going to be right here is going to be this 50-day at 226.77. If we can get above that, then we can squeak out the top of this candle here, 227.88. We can go here, 228.66, and then we're going to run right into that 21-day at 229.33 here. So we got a lot of resistance here with that 50-day and that 21-day. So they're going to need something going. But again, we're going into that season of the holiday season where Apple products should be selling here pretty good. So this is what you want to really watch on the upside is that 50-day, okay, and that 21-day. That's going to be key. If we can get above all that, then we can come all the way here to the top of this candle. You're looking at 234.73. Then we have that 237.49. That is your breakout. Now, downside, you really want to watch this 100-day. This is going to be very, very key. That's 224.34, and this 8-day, that's very critical, 224.35. So you're sitting both of them right there. Now, again, if that's lost, we'll look to today's low. Okay, you're looking at 223.55, and then we'll look to yesterday's low. That's at 221.50, and then we have this 219.71 level here. Okay, so that's what we're looking right here. But this is kind of like a steady Eddie play. We just have like a sideways action going on here. Okay, so you look at Microsoft, you got pretty much the same kind of a chart. Okay, except the one thing about it is your 8-day is ready on the bottom here, and now we're holding at 8 days. So let's look at the downside here first. So this is going to be very, very critical on a closing basis, is holding that 117.04. That's at, 417.04. That is that 8 simple moving average. If not, we'll come over here to yesterday's low. You're looking at 416 flat there. And then what we can do is we can just follow all these candles right on down here until we get down to that 405.57 retest level. Now, upside here, we got a lot of resistance. Everything is jammed right up here. Okay, so you got 420.34, there's your 21-day, and then we have your 50-day and your 200-day sitting at 221.38. Now, again, if you can get above that, then we have your 100-day sitting at 225.99. Now, you can see here where it rallied up here, but look at it. See, this is why you want to trade the charts. Went right into the 100-day, and then it came right on down. So if you can't close above, it's not. It's going to go sideways to down. Now, there is this gap here, okay? So what you want to do is if you can break above that 100-day, then you want to look at this high. Okay, that's 426.85. There's your gap. And then you want to look to the bottom of this candle right here. That's 438.50. Okay, so there's your gap. Okay, the top of that candle, 426.85. And then we want to look to the bottom of that candle. That's 438.50. Okay, so that's usually once you get into this gap here, it usually wants to fill it, and then we can go to your next resistance level at 438.50, and then zoom right all the way up here to the top here at 441.85 here. But right now here we just have some sideways action. Actually, this chart still looks very good. We can see what we have is a low, higher low, higher low, higher low kind of a situation going on here with this right here. So we just have sideways. Let's just see if we can bust through that gap here. The key is going to be a closing above that 100-day. Then we can have a run to that 438, possibly all the way up to this top of this candle here at that 441, and then maybe even have a nice big retest. And Apple here, well, Apple is so big now that, you can only going to get so much juice out of the old apple, as they say, you know what I'm saying? But the chart is looking good because you have a low, a higher low, and a higher low situation. So this is actually just a sideways action, and you could be building energy here going into the holiday season. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil, and then we'll okay, here we have crude oil. This is your daily chart going on here. Okay, so right now here, remember the API report will be out today at 4:30, and then the EIA report will be on Wednesday at 10:30. Plus, we got CPI numbers this week. We got API numbers CPI and PPI numbers here for a measure of inflation. So we got to take that all in consideration. Now, what we had here is this is in what they call an indecision candle. Now, it rallied up here, and we got highs today as a 69.13 level. So basically, what you just have to do is just go right over to the left here, 69.32. That's your resistance levels. If you can get above that, then we'll come right to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 69.74, and then we have right there we have that 69.99. But realistically, we'll be looking here for this 21 SMA. That's going to be very, very key at 70.22, and then we have jammed up here with this 8-day at 70.50, and we have this 50-day at 70.59 level here. Okay. Downside, well, what we want to do is right now we're above it. We made a little bit lower low, but we want to watch yesterday's low. That's going to be key on a closing basis, 67.92. Then we can come to today's low, 67.75, and that doesn't work. We just come right over here, 67.28. These are all your nice good support levels here at 66.92, and then your retest there at 66.72, which is basically the bottom of that candle right there. Okay, so right now here there isn't really a whole lot of juice. Of course, seasonality is in play. To the downside, but these were just them war premiums going on here. There was a little bit of attack yesterday there from Iran to Israel. It was with a drone situation, but it just doesn't seem to matter. I think right now, the only thing that matters is Trump going into the White House, and he wants lower prices. And I think that's what we got to watch. Okay, so the key level here is going to be that 66.72. If that's lost, we're going to come right to the bottom of this candle right here at 65.27. That's lost. You can go to 63.64, 60, and then you can be right down to 57 level very, very quickly. Okay, now your green crossed over your red here today. That's not good. Okay, so that's showing a bearish sign here. I don't really see anything like a bullish unless you would have some kind of a war breakout. Then it would pop up right here. Plus, if you look at this right here, see these blue lines? These are price channels. You can see where it's not leveling off. It's coming headed right on down. Eventually, this one here will curve down if we take this, if you take crude oil lower. But right now here, we're just basically just trading the range. I'm short crude, and I also scalp it long. It was a good scalp there today. But again, I just scalp it and then I take it off the trade because I really don't have a whole lot of confidence as this is, crude oil is going much higher. Okay, let's take a look here now on natural gas. Okay, natural gas here, we made a higher high, but look at here. We got an indecision candle going on here, okay? But yesterday's high we had was at 2.95. And today, what do? We went up there. We got the 3.013. Why did it go there? All you got to do is look to the left of the chart here. What do you have? 3.019, okay? So he came in, 0.6 of a cent? I mean, not too bad, okay? So this is why you always go one level at a time. When that level is gone, okay, then we can come up here to the next level, okay, at that 3.159, okay? So that's how you trade anything. I don't care what it is, if it's oil, if it's natural gas, or whatever it is, okay? What we do is we just take and just go one level at a time. So what we'll do is we'll take up here to that level. Okay, that's what you got to close above, 3.019. Then we can come up to the top of this candle. You got 3.159. Then we can come all the way up top of this candle here, 3.39. Okay, so that is where your target zones there are on the upside level here. But right now we have an indecision candle. We went up to it. We didn't get above it, and we so far haven't closed above it. That's the key, is close above it, okay? So now let's take a look here at the old downside. Okay, so what we want to watch here is we want to watch right there, top of this candle right here, okay? So you're looking at 2.91, okay? We're sitting just above that right now, 2.93. If that is lost, we'll look to today's low, 2.85 level here. We come over here, we got a 2.83, we have 2.81, and then we can come all the way down here to this 8-day here, sitting at 2.76 level. Now, there's a little gap right here, okay, 2.76. And then we had the top of that candle at 2.74. So there's a little gap in the fill, but it doesn't mean it has to do it right away. Even though like this one here, this was that contract roll. It took about a week here, but eventually did fill that gap, which is good. Now we won't have to worry about that. So if this sells all the way down and holds that 8-day, then that's a buying opportunity to take it right on up here. But right now, this is a trade. Okay, I trade UNG for the long, KLD for the short. I scalped the a little bit on the long side there today, which was actually a good trade. But I don't look for much because I trade 5,000 shares of the UNG. So all I'm looking for is 20, 30 cents. Boom, that's good for the natural gas because I'm trading so many other things, okay? So this is what I'm looking for until we're going to break out. Now, LNG should be good going forward because I think what we're going to do, they're going to fire up that, natural gas, I should say. These are going to fire up these LNGs, these pipelines, and they're going to start exporting this again here okay, to other countries like to Germany and to France and everything on that order, okay, because they switched over to coal, which made no sense. So if you're into climate change, natural gas is still the most clean burning if you need. I mean, wind and solar, I have no issue with wind and solar. The problem is you're not going to get that productivity. Right now, you got about 18, 19% that's controlled by wind and solar. But again, there's issues with everything. But natural gas is a real good, steady thing. If you ever wanted something interesting, go back to the T. Boone Pickens. He had that plan about putting like vehicles, like semi trucks, and taxis and all this stuff on natural gas. It was a great plan. We got plenty of it. It's just burning it off. I don't understand why we just don't use it. Okay, so what you want to watch here is just watch yesterday's high. That's going to be key. That's 2.95. We want to watch today's high, and that's at 3.01 level here. If we can crack above that and close above that, then we know where our next target is here at that 3.159 level. Okay, call it 3.16. Okay, downside here, basically, just watch this key 8 SMA. That's going to be crucial as long as we're above it, and that 8 day is above that 50-day to 21-day. And look how this is really good, reeling here to the upside, bottom left, upper right. Okay, this is still a very good chart. Okay, RSI here. You're sitting there at 60, got plenty of room to run. Green over your red, looking very, very good. So right now, I think the trade is short crude and long natural gas. Okay, I'll be back here after the old pit close. We'll take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and then we throw something else in the old mix. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.